name's Sarita and I'm speaking to you today from SolHenge, and I'm here to help you understand the truth about who you are. Now, what I wanted to share with you today was a really cool meditation which is going to allow you to accept some immunity from the dis-ease within the collective hive mind of humanity and all those who are on Gaia at this moment. Because basically, we are all one thing. We are a collective consciousness here on Gaia. And that's absolutely beautiful and wonderful. And in order to ascend in our awareness and ascend into the fifth dimension, we need to ascend as a collective. But what can be very hard for many of us, bearing in mind that humans are empaths, we've come here to experience emotions, is that we are often very affected by things that are going on around us within the conscious collective. And we're often affected by things and people and circumstances which actually have nothing to do with us. You know, we're affected by the collective hive mind. And one of the paths on this road to ascension is being able to become so sovereign within your own energy field, in your own awareness of yourself, that you can become the observer of your life and you stop being so affected by things that are beyond you, that things that are beyond your energy field, beyond your beingness, if you like. And what I find often is that we are unconsciously affected. So what I mean by that is that I can be going around, you know, in my day, and I'm just being overwhelmed by feelings of confusion or sadness or anger, and I don't quite understand why, because I'm feeling absolutely fine within myself. There's nothing going on in my manifested reality, if you like, that would reflect me feeling sad or angry or confused or those kind of emotions. And what I've realized is that I'm often unconsciously picking up information from the collective hive mind of humanity here on Gaia. You know, I'm picking up information from the source field, and it isn't necessarily stuff, emotions, feelings, frequencies and vibrations that I want to pick up. So what I'm going to offer you now is actually a really gorgeous and quite far out meditation, which is going to allow you to download from the cosmos a kind of immunity against any dis-ease within the hive mind. Okay, so you're not going to be picking up frequencies and vibrations from people beyond you that have nothing to do with you, actually. And this meditation the idea for this meditation was given to me by a friend who received a download like this because she was finding herself as an empath, very intuitive human being, just being really affected by everything that was going on in the world. And she asked source consciousness for some help. So what I did was I downloaded this meditation, having spoken to her, and we did it together, and this is what came through. And what came through is that basically in this meditation we're going to be able to download from the cosmos through the sun, because the cosmic energies filter themselves through the actual sun down into us so that we can handle the frequencies. A frequency of immunity which is created in honey. And I'm talking about honey in terms of, you know, what you spread on your toast, basically honey from bees. And basically honey as a frequency is incredibly powerful. It's soothing, it's nurturing, it's anti-inflammatory, it's antifungal, it's antibacterial. And I often use the frequency of honey when I'm healing people. And this is because my training was in bee shamanism. And working with the frequency of honey is like working with any other kind of conscious collective. It has its own attributes and essences. So I often pour honey into people's energy centers, for example, if they need soothing or cleaning. So it seemed really logical to me that as I was downloading this meditation, what came down was this beautiful syrupy collective frequency of honey. And what happened in this meditation is that it poured down into the midbrain and down the spinal column, basically soothing and nurturing and protecting the midbrain and our central nervous system, basically in this gorgeous frequency of honey, which became like this coating that protected from the dis-ease within the hive mind. And what I mean by dis-ease, it could just be the way that people are thinking or feeling or acting, behaving or perceiving themselves within the conscious collective of humanity. Because what we're trying to do is we elevate our vibration as a collective, is we're trying to let go of all these unconscious programs which are not rooted in the truth of who we are. Unconscious programs of things like unworthiness or illness. That's not who we are. We've created illness from our conditioned belief systems, which are rooted in criticisms and beliefs about ourselves which are derogatory. And the thing is that who we truly are is divine. So as we move into the fifth dimension, we're literally going to be able to drop all of this dis-ease within us and come into alignment and flow and move up and into the fifth dimension. So it's a really glorious meditation. And hopefully once you've allowed this injection of immunity from the cosmos to come into your midbrain and down your spinal column, coating your vagus nerve, basically, you're going to be able to call upon that feeling at any time and reactivate that immunization whenever you feel like you are being affected by things exterior to you that are actually nothing to do with yourself as a sovereign being. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explain to you how the meditation is going to go, and then we're going to do it, and you're going to feel how amazing this is to be able to call in something like this to assist you on your journey of ascension. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get relaxed, and then I'm going to connect you to the earth and stellar stars. So the earth star is the iron core crystal at the center of the earth, which is the divine mother energy, and that feeds us with life force, creative energy. And the stellar star is the sun. So basically the stellar star is the divine father energy of the cosmos, and all the energy from the cosmos is being filtered through the sun and down to us. And connecting the sun to the center of the earth is this golden thread of light which runs all the way through your midline, through the center of your body. If you did yoga, this would be called the pranic tube. So I'm going to connect you to the earth and stellar stars first of all. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let go of our analytical mind and activate the midbrain. And the midbrain is the ancient reptilian brain at the center in the middle of our heads, which is related to the pineal, hypothalamus and pituitary glands. So the way we're going to activate this midbrain is we're literally going to hum into it. And for thousands of years, the frequency of bees has been used in spiritual practices. And the way we use it in our shamanic tradition is when we hum into ourselves, what happens is we let go of this identification with ourselves as separate, and we begin to feel ourselves as connected to all that is. And in fact, recently I was listening to another spiritual speaker, and he advocates using the sound of hum as well, although he didn't relate it to bees. It was just HM, as a way to activate the midbrain as well. So I'm seeing all of these correlations between different spiritual practices. So literally what we're going to do is we're going to send the vibration of hum into the midbrain to activate it. And as you do this, you're going to begin to see it lighting up and expanding. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send our consciousness up into the sun, and we're going to call down the frequency of honey to come and give us this immunization from any dis-ease within the hive mind. And what's going to happen is, as we're activating the midbrain, you're going to begin to perceive how your midbrain is in effect in communion and corresponding with all of the other midbrains of everybody else in our conscious collective of humanity here on Gaia. And you're going to begin to see this sort of hive mind interconnected network, which is what Greg Braden would call the divine matrix. And we have this sort of network around us, and there's a network around the whole of Gaia, and we have access to that network, and in fact we are in communication with it all of the time in the source field. And that's why you know, we can pick up telepathic signals from anyone in humanity. And that's why, for example, when the phone rings, you know who's on the other end, and a million common instances like this. But obviously in this case, we are giving ourselves an immunization so that we don't feel all of the detrimental emotions, thoughts and feelings that are floating around in the hive mind of humanity. So as we activate that midbrain, you're going to feel consciously this interlaced collective web-like connection which connects to every other midbrain of humanity. And as the honeyed frequency pours down and begins to fill the midbrain, what it's going to do is it's going to coat the midbrain in this kind of antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, soothing essence frequency, which is going to give it immunity from things that we don't want to come into our sovereign field of energy. And so your midbrain is going to fill with this syrupy honeyed frequency, and then it's going to begin to pour down your central nerve, down the spinal column, coating your whole central nervous system in this extraordinary immunity. And then what you're going to feel is how your conscious action in asking and creating this immunity is then going to filter out through the midbrain and connect to all of the other midbrains, passing on this hive mind immunity, so that all of those that you're connected with will benefit from your conscious decision to let go of dis-ease and cease to be affected by the dis-ease of others within humanity. So all in all, it's absolutely really quite an extraordinary meditation, which is going to allow you to be soothed, come into your sovereign power, cease to be affected by everyone that you don't want to be. And also you're going to be able to hand on this glorious frequency out into the conscious collective. Because as I've said before, and I'm going to keep saying it, as we elevate into the fifth dimension, we are taking everyone with us. And it's no coincidence that you decided to incarnate on earth at this time, because if you are watching this video without shadow of a doubt, you came in to assist in this extraordinary ascension, and you are in fact a light worker. So the more work you do on yourself, the more you come into this understanding about the truth of who you are, the more you affect everyone and everything in the whole of the conscious collective, and the more quickly we are going to ascend into the fifth dimension. So that all being said, let's now do the meditation. And when you're ready, you are going to sit up straight if you can, and you're going to take a breath in and a breath out and close your eyes. And in the darkness behind your eyelids, you're beginning to follow your breath. Breathing in to your perineum, Breathing out to the crown of your head. Breathing into the perineum. Breathing out to the crown of your head. Letting the ebb and flow of your breath strengthen your midline, connecting you from perineum to crown and back again. Consciously aligning your body with your breath and your attention. Tapping into the midline, which holds all of the information about your being. And what we're going to do now is connect to the earth and stellar stars. So consciously becoming aware of that golden ball of light up in the heavens, the sun, holding the divine masculine energy of the cosmos, filtering cosmic energy for us so that we can receive light frequency information into our bodies. And dropping down from this golden ball of light is a golden thread of light. And it drops down, 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 all the way through the heavens until it arrives at the crown of our head. And from here it melts into the body, going all the way through the center of your body until it arrives at your perineum. And from here it leaves your body and continues on its downward path all the way to the center of the earth until it meets another giant golden ball of light called the Earth Star, holding the divine mother energy of Gaia that nourishes us, holds us from below. So just feeling this golden thread running through your body, holding you in connection and communion, as above, so below, holding you within the earth and galactic mind. And what we're going to do now is we are going to turn our attention inwards towards the midbrain. In the middle of our brains, this ancient brain, the reptilian brain, the part of the brain which holds our pineal gland. And as we turn our attention inwards, we are going to begin to breathe into the midbrain, activating it and waking it up with our breath. So turning your attention inwards and beginning to feel your breath arriving and filling the midbrain. Waking it up. Filling it up. And as you breathe into this ancient part of your brain, can you see it beginning to light up, wake up, illuminate, becoming responsive to your attention? And now, keeping our attention turned inwards, we are going to begin to sound into the midbrain with a hum, consciously activating this brain further and allowing the frontal lobe to switch off. So beginning to hum now into the midbrain, using all of your intention to activate it to its fullest. Hum. And as you continue to hum with this ancient frequency to ignite and activate the midbrain, feel its response becoming more and more expansive as you fill this brain with this heightened frequency, the frequency of the hive mind. Hum. Feeling the activated electromagnetic currents within the midbrain becoming invigorated, becoming larger and seeking out beyond the walls of your brain, beyond your head and out into the source field. Electrical currents seeking out and connecting with other midbrains within the source field, connecting and in communion with your fellow human beings, with the hive mind of humanity. Feeling the light and the electrical impulses from these midbrains, all communing with one another. Feel the hive mind integrated web of which you are a part. Feel it expanding beyond you, out from your midbrain, connecting and communing with the rest of humanity, with all of consciousness upon our planet Gaia. Feel the hive mind. Feel your place within it. Feel the power of this midbrain, its extraordinary capacity to feel and comprehend everything that is going on Gaia. And now it is time to allow a honeyed injection of cosmic immunity to arrive into your midbrain and to coat and cure and remove all of the dis-ease within the hive mind that may be affecting you on any layer of your being, which may be affecting you on your energetic, emotional, mental, physical, or quantum layer of your being. So can you open the energy field around your midbrain? Open yourself up. Open this ancient portal within your brain to receive this honeyed immunity from the cosmos. and using all of your intention, all of your will, and all of your imagination, raise your consciousness now to the stellar star and call out beyond the stellar star and into the cosmos for this golden immunity to come down and fill your midbrain. And now you are beginning to feel a new frequency flowing from the cosmos into the sun and down that golden thread towards your crown. Feel this frequency, a golden, honeyed, thick, beautiful, flowing frequency of immunization to all dis-ease within the hive mind. Feel it flowing down that golden thread. Feel it begin to flow through the crown of your head and landing in your midbrain. Feel your midbrain filling up with this golden honey, a frequency of immunity, thick and pure, golden and soothing, warming and filling up your midbrain. And feel it pouring from the midbrain down the brain stem and all the way down your spinal cord. Quantum immunity from any dis-ease within the hive mind. And as this golden honeyed syrup of immunity flows from the midbrain down your spine, you feel lighter. You feel soothed and clear, coated in the luminescent frequency of honey. Wisdom in syrupy form, coating your brain, the communicator to all within the hive mind, coating your main spinal cord, the nerve, which allows you to relax and feel this golden syrup protecting you, soothing you, coating your nerves so that you can be part of the hive mind without being affected or entrained or influenced from any dis-ease which is not your own. And so now the last of the honeyed immunization is poured into you. And bring your attention back to your midbrain. Feel the wisdom, the ancient knowledge of this honey frequency within your brain. Feel how it coats you and gives you clarity. Feel the signal from your midbrain to the rest of the hive mind as soothing, reaching out, but with a softer quality, wizened in its electromagnetic connection, a communion with the hive, which is easier now, softer, clearer. And from your midbrain, feel the response from the others within the hive mind to your new honeyed frequency. Feel their response, the relief, the ease as you pass on immunity from dis-ease to all of those around you, affecting change in the collective, healing the collective, and cleansing and clearing and elevating the collective. And allowing yourself to still feel this soothing honeyed warmth within the center of your brain and all the way down your spinal column. You're going to gently come back into the room and open your eyes.